Okay. Here we go. We got, I think, almost everybody here. Everybody here. I'm going to make Dr. Carney a co-host. All right, Dr. Carney is a co-host. All right. Dr. Carney, did you want to go first with what you? Okay. All right. So let me show you what I'm working on for Joel. I'm just going to start a new design. Let's just go with an Instagram square. Oh, do we have everybody here? Whoever's not here can watch the replay. So I'm starting with an Instagram square. There it does it again.
That's still on Canva?
Yes. So I'm in Canva. Let me go back. So I went up on my dashboard to social media, and I'm picking this first option for Instagram Square. It really doesn't matter what one you use. This feature works in pretty much, except for docs, it works in pretty much all of the other designs. So I'm going to design this first by adding some text. And for an example, I'm going to copy one of these and paste that there. So we know this is one of the elements we're going to bulk change. And let's say we had his signature here. There are signatures in Canva. Most of them are pro. Let's just pretend like that's Joel's signature. We're going to stick that down here. And you'll notice this pink square popping up and these pink dotted lines. These are just guides to help you lay things out. And then the next thing I'm going to add is a frame. Oh. Frame. Okay, so we're going to put in a picture frame. Let's just go with a square here. Okay. And now with my first Joel bulk project folder, I'm going to select what pictures I want to upload for this project. I'm just going to drag in a few of them. And those are going to upload. Along the left side, you'll see bulk create, just like we did in the lesson. So I'm going to go to bulk create, enter data manually. I'm going to clear the table, and we're going to pretend like these are the sayings that Joel wants me to use. So I'm going to copy, I think I did 25 pictures. Copy 25 of these. I'm going to paste them here. And these are the, whoops. And then I can add image. And this is where I find the images. And I just select what images. Oh, they're still uploading. Oh, no, I picked them out of a folder. I don't know why it does that, but it shows me folders, but it won't let me pick images from folders. So now I can pick the pictures that I want to go with each of those quotes. Hopefully I'm not duplicating any.
Oh, they are? Okay, good.
This is a new lesson. I didn't know we could do this before. It's something that I wished we could do. And then when I found out we could do that, oh, I was so happy. I was so elated. Should have done less because there's a lot of pictures to choose from. I'll throw in Wonder Woman too. Okay, and then the purple done is the next step. This is where I'm going to link things up. The quote. I click on the three dots. I connect data, quotes. I click on the picture frame, the three dots, connect data, and image. Then the purple button again is the next step. Generate 25 designs. And it always opens up another one. And now we've got 25 of these. And that's it. That's the surprise I had for you guys. And then the Wonder Woman Easter egg. Okay, Dr. Carney. I'm ready to see what you've prepared for us today.
Well, you haven't got any questions from these people yet. You might want to work on that.
Okay, all right. That's fair enough. Does anybody have any questions?
So how do you post that to do it daily?
Oh, okay. Well, what I use it's called Postly. It's similar to Calendly. You can also use, if you're just doing Facebook and Instagram, you can do it directly in Facebook and Instagram. But you would share this. Okay. Do I even have Facebook? Okay. Facebook. You would want to download them. And again, we raise this number up so they're nice and crisp and clear. You're sharing them on social media. You could even do a JPEG, that's fine. So we download those. And I might actually want to share screen for this because this is the confusing part. They're going to come in a zip drive when you download all of them. Let me share the screen. So I have this zip drive. Bring this over here. And you'll see it's highlighted in pink, extract. You're going to extract all of them. This window is going to pop up. You're going to browse for, I started a new folder on my desktop. So I'm going to look for my desktop. And where is my new folder? All right, so let's put them in my new folder. Select folder and then extract. So that's the really complicated part that took me longer than I'd like to admit to figure out. And we can go on to Facebook, or I'll show you Postly. I picked up Postly through AppSumo. AppSumo is a discount store for online programs. That's where I got TidyCal, which is similar to Calendly. Dr. Carney and I learned about that from Amir. It was $29 for lifetime. And I think Calendly is something like $12 a month. So if I'm going to plan out my content, I've got my content planner here. This is the calendar. These are the things that I've scheduled. Let's go over to August. I would start a new post by clicking on the date, and then I would click what channels I want to post to. You can't do static images on YouTube or TikTok through this Postly app. You can do Instagram and Facebook and LinkedIn. TikTok and YouTube, you can only post videos, but you can post static images directly through the app. So here's where I will type a little note right here, and I will add media, image. I can click to upload, or I can go in my folder here and drag and drop. And then I have to enter, oh, I'm not doing TikTok, but it still thinks I am. From here, you should be able to just schedule it. It's not going to let me because I clicked on Instagram, because I clicked on TikTok and YouTube. But when it works, that's how you do it. Okay. Anybody else have something I can show you or answer?
You can pull in one image for a day, or you can pull all the images and automatically it posts every day an image. How does
Yes. Well, with this app, with most of the apps that I've seen for calendaring out your content, it's one day at a time. Yeah. We could ask Amir if he knows of one where you could just upload all the pictures, and I don't know if it would know how to automatically sort and know what pictures go with what day. Yeah, let's ask Amir. I bet he knows. Hmm. You getting ready, Dr. Carney?
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm ready for you too.
Okay. Let's see what we got here. Let's see if I can pull up the document. It's right here. And this should look familiar to Ulf. Correct, Ulf? Is Ulf there? Oh, there you go.
I was muted. Yes, looks familiar to me. Yeah.
Okay. So this is his book. And so I took it. Now you notice the size print and everything. So I wanted to stand out so he could see what I did versus what he does. And that's fine. So he kind of knows what chapter 1 was, right? Ulf?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to read this and you'll see it doesn't take long. And I start off with a question. Would you mind if I ask you a few simple questions? Well, here they are. What if I told you that the key to transforming your health, where you feel like $1,000,000, have an energy of a 2-year-old, and you move like you did when you were 10 years old, does not lie in pill, potions, lotions, diets, or exercise regimens? No, it lies in a simple shift of perspective that has eluded medical professionals for decades. Do you want to know what it is? Well, keep reading and I'll tell you. Now, I want you to imagine over the next 90 days, you can redefine your entire membership or relationship with your health. That means feeling better, eliminating your symptoms, and where the most powerful ways to get healthy are already within your grasp. But there's more. What if the difference between where you are now with your health and where you could be is no longer a matter of willpower, money, pills, lotions, potions, or genetics, but a hidden pattern known only to a few people that once recognized and once practiced could change everything for you? Would you be interested? Okay, great. Now answer this. Are you ready to uncover the counterintuitive truth that has been hiding in plain sight, waiting to revolutionize not just your health, but potentially the way you live your life as you know it from this point forward? Now, if you're nodding your head in an affirmative yes manner, then you are in the right place at the right time. Now answer this. Why would you want to pick me, someone that has figured out how to eat, move, and think, to guide you on such an important journey? Because it works. And the only thing holding you back is the person in the mirror. Listen,
Yes.
I've been supporting people like you as a mentor and health coach for 4 decades now. That's right. I've done this for 40 years. But before we get into the framework of this amazing revelation, let me tell you a little bit about me. And then I go into what you would, then I quit. Is basically what I did. Now, if you want to actually do it with GIFs, then you can say the same thing, but now you can talk to people as if you were just talking to them. And you said, what if I could tell you the key to transferring your health to where you felt like $1 million? And you go through this and the pictures pop up and you know what you've read through this at least 20 or 30 times. And now you know where you're at. So see, you let the pictures do the talking, the GIFs. You're still reading, you're still interacting, but it gives them a little extra way to connect with you. That's all. Because they're going to look at the video, the short GIF, and they're going to say, "Oh, okay." So you can present with this. And anybody, Minda, Shaman, Stephanie, Kathy, Edwin, Celia, April, any of you could do this. You can present this with a Google Doc, but you've got to have the right feel. And that's what I showed you here, Ulf. I took your chapter, and this is what I came up with. So what would you think about that, Ulf?
I'm enthusiastic. I like it.
I mean, it's asking questions, but we're trying to get them involved in something that nobody else has. If Maria's doing fertility, she has to be different and unique. You know, that's the key. It's not about her being better. It's about her being unique and different. What makes her different? So let me ask you this, and I always like to interact with you. Minda, can you tell me, and listen closely, can you tell me in 30 seconds or less, it can be 10 seconds, what makes you different and unique?
What I teach people or show people are from my own personal experience and how I got to be the healer I am to help other people.
Okay, all right.
Does that work?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. Shaman, what makes you different in 30 seconds or less? What makes you different, unique?
Oh, you're still talking to me? Were you still talking to me, Dr. Carney?
No,
No.
We're talking to Shaman, but I think
Oh, okay.
Shaman's mic isn't working.
no, it's not. It's not. It's not working. No.
Mm-mm.
Okay, you can hear me now?
There we go.
Yes.
Yes.
Great. Okay. Yes. So I was in an environment where I grew up in the cult where I was gaslighted. So for me, I always look for people that I can position places of authority. So majority of my work is to make sure that people's content and their materials are aligned with global best practices.
Okay. All right. Good. That's great. Okay. Stephanie, what in 30 seconds or less, what makes you different and unique?
We really care about our clients and work really hard to get to know them before we start talking any sort of financial things.
Okay. That's great. Fine. Perfect. Ulf, what makes you different? What makes you unique? 30 seconds.
No matter what you do, whether what you eat or move, thought precedes the movement. So when you want to change something, you have to change something up here on the muscle between your ears.
Okay. Maria Brown.
I have come from 30 years of experience working in the fertility industry. And what makes me different really is what I'm able to bring to the field of fertility coaching are the parallels from the laboratory side. So being able to see conception, not only at the time, but even before. So I'm able to bring in experience from a cellular level. And yes.
Okay, good. Good. Great. Kathy Lane, 30 seconds or less. What makes you different or unique in what you promote?
We have the only probate calculator. So we're able to go in and detect probate threat alerts. And besides that, when we know what caused it, we also have checklists and items that you can do to actually move that asset out of probate.
Okay, good. How about you, Edwin? 30 seconds or less.
Learning is a fundamental education, fun and the mental, right? So my style of learning, as a result of my style of learning, the learner will learn to ask himself questions and seeks his own answers within. The conventional way of education is to look for answers without. So going through searching your own answers within, you will be very clear. You'll be very wise to weed out things that you don't want so that you can cut to the chase and focus on the things that are minimal, essential, and productive. You cut down 15 years of your life learning wrong things. You
Okay.
learn according to what you need.
Okay.
You yearn, you learn, and you earn. That's what is fundamentally different from my way of pushing education. You learn to earn. You don't learn and do a lifelong learning that you have become so comfortable that you are so knowledgeable. There's no practical use to what you have learned.
Okay.
You learn to earn.
Okay. Thank you. Celia, are you there? I see you, but I don't hear you. Can you talk? Maybe she can't, and that's okay. There she is.
Yes. Hi, Dr. Carney.
Hello.
No, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, good. All right. Well, of course, with over 35 years of experience, having worked with dozens of Fortune 500 companies and trained probably tens of thousands of employees over time, that to me is not completely what qualifies me to work with you, although I am an expert. But what is more important is that I can transfer my knowledge of so many years leverage my experience for you through a very simple, easy, and duplicatable system in which you can pretty much put yourself in my place and do the business I do, making the same kind of return.
Okay, good. April, did you tell me yours?
No, I would say that having over 24 years of professional theater producer experience, this helps me to not only improv and entertain audiences, but know how to market and do graphic design that captures people's imagination. And I help people be creative, and I give them permission to put down their guards because they're going to see me stumble and fumble and goof up when I'm teaching them, because that happens a lot. You know, I make mistakes, but I keep going, and you guys see it every day because I do. I don't know words for things, and sometimes I'll click a wrong button, I'll misspell things, but that's how you know it's not AI. It's really me. If it's a misspelled word, that's totally me. I think I give you permission to goof up.
Okay. That's what makes her different.
Yeah.
I give you permission to goof up. That's it. See, she doesn't say a lot. So let me ask you, what else have you got to present, April?
That
Today.
was all I had for today.
Okay.
Yeah, it went quicker. I thought that I had so much for today, but no, it went really quick. Probably
Okay.
because of the goof ups. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I don't want to take time if you're doing something else. I don't want to take that time from you. But I want to do just like I'm doing the mastermind, and I will do in the mastermind at 3 o'clock, and you're all invited. And it's very good that you come because you'll see how I promote you if you're not a mastermind member. But what do you guys, and if you know what I'm talking about, Celia knows, Stephanie knows how we try to promote them. So Kathy knows. So do you guys, I want to ask you, do you guys feel like sometimes, and this is just a question, do you feel like sometimes you're still not on target? You know, to where you're trying to tell people what you do, but yet either say too much and then you confuse me, or you don't say enough and I'm still confused. Is there anybody like that? Because I get that way. That's why I'm asking. Right? Okay. So let me ask you, April, what would you do to take care of that problem? What would you do?
I often find that the answer is not within myself. So that's when I reach out to a mentor or somebody that can act as a sounding board or accountability partner, but it has to be somebody that knows me because I might have trouble explaining what it is I'm trying to say. So somebody like you, or Maria, who's been my accountability partner for what, 3 years? 3 years? Oh my goodness. Yeah, you, Maria, Joel, my best friend that I've known since I was 8. Those are the people in my inner circle that I would definitely go to when I'm struggling and I need help.
Okay. So, Minda, who do you go to? Because I think accountability is one big thing here. It really is big if you use it. Who's your accountability partner or partners?
Most of the people in my medical group.
Okay. Okay. All right. Thank you. Shaman, who's your accountability or accountability partners?
I set up I'm part of one, like it's OA meets on Friday nights. So some of them are from the Joe Bauer membership, some of them are someplace else. They just come together. So we're all on the same path in regards to our message to market, and we try to refine ourselves from there.
Good. Good. Very good. Kathy?
Well, right now, the only accountability group that I would say I have is the one that I do with you guys after this. The two that we tried as part of Joel's group, they never really happened for whatever reason. The accountability groups never met. They just never met. Okay. They were a total failure. So My only accountability, I guess, is me and in the Thursday meetings that we do.
Yeah, and that's good because see, you got to have somebody that you can count on, somebody that you can bounce ideas off, and then somebody you might listen to. I'm not saying you have to, but you might. I don't have to always agree with you. We can disagree to agree, agree to disagree, whatever, but that's okay. So that's good, Kathy. How about you, Maria? Besides April.
I have been trying to work with Helder, but we've been sort of like ships passing in the night, things coming up. So, but also, April and I have another person from Joel's group in there. And then I'm also part of a separate, Brendan Burchard group that we have sort of touch points on a regular basis. So,
Okay, good. How about you, Ulf?
Thursday evenings is the group. And,
Okay.
and other than that, I speak a lot with things through with my wife.
Good.
And we are somewhat in a similar path. So
Okay.
she does her business, I do mine, but still we exchange, and that's nice.
Well, I think I could ask, I'm not sure, but I think I could ask anybody that's married here. I could say, are you 100% with your partner on what you do and everything? And I don't know what they would say. What would you say, Maria? Would you say that you're 100% with your husband? I mean, you guys don't ever have any conflicts or disagree?
oh no, definitely.
How
Just
about you,
get me in a
Minda?
car. Just get him in a car with me.
How about you, Minda?
That's my big problem.
Okay, there we go. See? So, so how about you, Kathy? You've been married a while.
I have. Well, let's just put it this way. We have self-funded our company, we being our joint bank accounts. So from that perspective, I'll say we're on the same path. Okay.
All right. Edwin, are you married?
Of course, I'm
Of
still with my
course.
wife, even though we went through hell, missing our daughter.
Yeah.
We literally broke up for 2.5 years.
Mhm.
But I had because we lost our daughter, and she was a connecting agent among the whole family.
Mhm.
Usually the girl, she organizes us, our relationship. And when she left us 9 years ago, I went into 3 years of depression
Mhm.
because my wife wouldn't talk to me. We disagree on the method of chemotherapy. I went for chemo. She wants to do holistic, and she never talked to me for 3 years until I come to my own senses and bring in bacon back home to show to her that I'm still sane and I still want to take on the responsibility as a man to provide for the family. And right now, I'm providing enough to make her so happy that she's found a reborn man in me. So this was as a result of many trials and errors. And Joe was part of it because he taught me the 333, go back into corporate life, you know,
Right.
give, and then, So anyway, to answer your question, who is my accountability partner? My own brother, 2 years older than me, just like Joe. So I have two big mentors. One is my brother, who is in the business of education. He has retired as the chief assessor of examinations in Singapore. And Joe is, of course, the other one that's extremely different. He has a different journey that he went through. My brother is a PhD in assessment. So I am seeing two examples. Joe's is minimalist education. He has basic, very marketable skill sets. My brother is full of knowledge. He knows how to and get the best
Right.
answer from every student. So my style of education is just how is asking your own self the questions that you need to survive. So this is not taught in our schools in Singapore. I'm sure it's not about it's the same case worldwide, because in the traditional education, we are told to learn a curriculum. We don't even have any time to explore and fun and discover the play and the fun before we choose to learn. So that's the way that I'm differentiating myself. I'm co-creating with my brother, and I'm observing Joe. Why, what is it about Joe that make him so successful, even though he has not been to college? And I found that there are actually three essential skills that anybody must learn: the art of asking questions and seeking your own answers within. That's number one. And that's the way to learn the number two skill, which is learning how to learn accelerated. Like, for example, right now we know we need to learn about prompt engineering to maximize the use of AI. How can we stumble forward, fail forward, fast, be the first to learn it frequently by following up with a mentor, with somebody who already know. So I have the 7F, fail forward, fast, first, frequently, and with a follow-up. The second skills that we need to be teaching in school is speaking to sell an idea. Speak to sell. We are taught to write down, all our ideas, make a speech, beautiful speech. But the way Joe presents himself, he can speak and you can live vicariously by the way he speaks. And sometimes he stops and he takes your attention and focus away. Do you notice that Joe sometimes, when he wants to really take your attention and grabs you and take you to a new place, he stops in the middle of his sentence. And then he switches you with a question, into a totally different area. I want to learn that skill. And I'm thinking that this is the type of skills, the three skills: out of asking questions to help you to learn faster than anybody else, asking the questions so that you are relevant in the market so that you can learn to earn. You don't learn and learn and learn the whole life. You learn to earn and give to the market what they need. So this is my three skill sets. I find it's minimalist, it cuts to the chase, and it saves a lot of time for all of us learners. Thank you.
All right. So, has everybody answered here? I think they have.
Celia hasn't.
Celia hasn't. Celia. Maybe, potentially.
Hi, Dr. Carney.
Yes.
So you and I are very strong alliance and accountability partners when it comes to projects and ideas. And so we communicate regularly. When it comes to like workouts or other things like that, I have another person that, for that purpose, I use them as an accountability partner. And for business, the insurance business, I am actually the accountability partner for my team. In other words, I have to hold them accountable, and in holding them accountable and being their accountability partner, that automatically holds me accountable as well. So I think it's multiple people for various reasons.
That's good. That's very good.
Yeah.
Okay. So now let me ask you this. We're on day 4 now. I would like each of you to tell me, and April, and I want you to be very honest, truthful, and just tell me if what you spent was well spent. I don't want you to gloss over anything. I don't want you to forget anything. Just tell us like it is, because this is what April and me are about. We try to over deliver, and if we don't over deliver, we want to know why. And you might hurt her feelings, but you won't hurt mine. So tell us, so let's start with you, Stephanie.
I honestly didn't know what the background was of this 5-day challenge coming into it, but I did know that I would get many nuggets of gold using Canva, etc. And I have found those, so more than worth what I paid to attend for sure. So
Okay,
thank you.
thank you. Ulf, how about you?
I got a beautiful first chapter of my book back. I mean, what is that? I cannot have anything better than that. I got another nugget of an email approach, which was a very nice, beautiful surprise I got this morning. Thank you very much. I am. I got the 5 pages of a website, and it's brilliant. And I can't wait. We activate that website. I'm curious how to do that, so I'm going to learn that. And it's going live that moment I learn it. It's clear. I already put in the links of Stripe, so it's going to work. Yeah, I got more than I expected, and thank you for offering this at such an affordable rate. I'm very grateful. It means a lot to me, and you over-deliver. There's no question. Both.
Her and I, and she spent a lot of time getting this prepared. I say that again and again because she did. If she didn't, I wouldn't say that, but she did. So I got to say that. So, Amanda, how about you?
Well, before we started, I told April that this was a very good idea. As for me, it really just kind of puts me into knowing more about tech and slowly dropping my fear against technology. Like I said, last night I spent about 3.5 hours trying to figure out, looking for the alphabets in Canva. I finally gave up. But little things like that, at least I did pick up my phone to play Candy Crush. That's what I do when I get frustrated.
Okay.
And for the money, it was well worth it. It was well worth it, even just to make one little homework. To me, that's well worth it. More worth it than that $3,500 I paid that I didn't get anything out of.
Right. Okay. Shaman, how about you?
Well, I mean, these couple of days has been for me just amazing in regards to putting, I think that my color scheme together. I changed my message to market match because I could visualize it, and I was like thinking, am I going to buy for this person? Well, let me change it to make it more clear. And that's something that I never really visualized putting together because I'm always too much in my head. And seeing that, I was like, oh, wait a minute. This is what I need to do. This is how I'm going to refine it. So it's something where a lot of things that I didn't know, but I can do now. And it's something where I can just implement right away. Currently, right now, I'm doing a 3-day trading course. And there's a lot of things I'm just implementing right away in regards to Zoom, in regards to my emails. So I'm very, very thankful for these couple of days. Thank you so much.
We appreciate you. Kathy.
Well, I joined this Canva class knowing I would never use Canva.
Okay. Great. We thank you.
And I say that because I think I told you this before. I cannot play Pictionary with my grandkids. I can beat them at every card game they want to give me. I am visually handicapped. That's all I'll say. But I joined it because I wanted to understand what it does so that I would have a better understanding of when I've had my granddaughter doing some work for me, that I could understand what it does and how it does it. And I thought the value was really great from the perspective of what I got back from it was because I'm getting ready to do a presentation, was everything that you shared about how do you make your outlines, how do you do the challenges, and you could see all the, all the work that it takes to put one of these on. And so then I think it goes back to you need an accountability partner even to do this. If you want to do a presentation, you need an accountability partner. So that's really what I walked away from. Again, it's just things are hard. And you need a partner. You need a partner. And you need to find somebody to help you actually get to where you want to be. So that's but it was great. I thought I learned a lot. And I'll go back and say to my granddaughter, I know you can do this. So
Right. Right. Okay.
that's my feedback.
Good. Thank you. How about you, Maria Brown?
I consider myself pretty computer savvy, but there are so many tools out there that you need to learn. And what I appreciated about this particular course that April has put together is that she puts it at a level of a beginner, because I really didn't know Canva. And she breaks it down piece by piece, but at the same time makes it available for higher level questions. So the Q&A and the VIP was incredibly valuable as well, because as you get questions, she's right on top of it and she's able to respond on the spot. She doesn't have to get back with you because she has so much knowledge of not just Canva, but so many other programs. And what I also love is that you're not only saving time, but you can implement right away. You are getting inspired with your creativity. And I think that that is worthwhile. So, being able to work and kind of in the background go, oh, I can do this. Oh, I can do that. It opens up so much more possibility for what you're able to create. I'm more of a creator that I like to have a physical type of thing that I'm working on. And so it shows me that even though I can do the technical, this is another way to explore and create what I need for my business. And from the copywriting and the exercises that she's provided and Dr. Carney has provided with the copywriting has been really, really useful to expand how I feel or how I can express myself better and sell better.
Right. And I think once I've listened to you, and I'll listen to Celia and I'll listen to Edwin in a minute, but I want you to all to understand when you're talking about something that you're trying to talk to somebody else about somebody else, you're very easygoing, you're conversational.
Right.
And that's what you've got to get over. You've got to be conversational. You can't be presentational, like Joel tells you. And you all are doing it. You all are doing it easily. Maria, you've been there at masterclass with April, and Ulf's been there, and Minda's been there. Shama's been there. Kathy's, well, you've all been there except Stephanie. So they know what, and it's a, tell me if I'm wrong, guys, but it's a struggle when you get in front of the group because you're in front of your peers and it should be easy, but it's not that easy. To get up there and just a 60-second talk, you think, oh, I got this. No, you don't. It's rough. You're nervous because you want to do your best. So that's the beautiful part about right now. You guys are all, you're all doing it. Every one of you. You're just talking. You're just having a conversation. And I just asked you a question and you're all doing it. That's the beautiful part about this. So Stephanie, you haven't had the training, but you're doing it. You're doing it. And that's the big thing for me. When I finally learned to be somewhat conversational, I was okay. But if you talk about something you don't know about, you're in trouble because that's when you're going to stutter. You're really going to be in trouble. So with that said, Celia. Celia? She has a new phone, so she has trouble finding the right buttons sometimes. Okay, let's see. Maybe she's somewhere else. Let's go with Edwin, and then I'll turn it back over to April. We'll get off here and get ready for the mastermind. Go ahead, Edwin.
Like Kathy, I sign up not because I want to learn Canva, but because April asked me to, and I
Right.
know that April puts quality in her work. I've used April's services before, paid for it professionally. And when she asked me, come on for VIP, I say yes, trusting that the quality is there. And she always over delivers she's very organized. I'm not. And I am taking the recording of the lessons to give access to my son. My son will carry out all this detail-oriented work. I'm like Kathy, I I only know how to ask questions. I work on the why, the what,
Yep.
but I leave the how, the step by step, to somebody else. That's my way of. I mean, I come from the corporate sector, so that's how I work, and I think I found value in seeing a new community here. I found the best value in the VIP. These 2 weeks has been is fatigue phenomenal for me because I participated 100% full out in Joe's 5 moves to monetize. I'm so fatigued to come on, stay. So I have lack of sleep. In the daytime, I have to work on my projects and earn money, right? So I come on for Q&A. I know that the recorded lessons will be there for me to assimilate it in the next 2 weeks. I'm very slow in learning about how to, step by step. Sometimes it drives me nuts to learn the how, but I will get there. I will come back to the lessons. I did nothing of the lessons, none of the lessons. You all have
Me.
come up with beautiful logos and all that. But anyway, here's the thing. I think you all should keep on. The format is nice. I love the copywriting by Dr. Kani. I'm very intrigued about how I can apply some of your concepts, like, how do you attract the right kind of people using your advertisement and copywriting into a course like this. There are so many Canva courses out there. I've been looking, the Facebook ads and all that, but yours is uniquely different because you pay up in such a way. There is a total, complete marketing agency.
Right. Right. Okay, April, we have a few minutes, so whatever you want to go over, or you want to ask some questions or whatever you'd like to do.
Yeah, Kathy brought up something really, really important, and I was reminded of this yesterday. Okay, let me start by saying that this is not just a challenge for you, but it's a challenge for me because I've also invested a lot of time into this, and you guys, your feedback, your participation, your assignments that you're working on, this is all giving me what I need in order to make the revisions, do it again, make more revisions, do it again, and keep doing it until it's like a muscle memory where I don't even have to think, where I don't have any more goober moments. I'm sure I will, and I'm sure there's going to be more misspellings, but I was doing something last night for a client and what I realized last night is when you become a client, you reveal your wounds. You can really see when somebody hires you, you can see their control issues, you can see their perfectionism. And I'm working with somebody who's in a brand new relationship. So they have a romantic partner that they've also teamed up with. And it's interesting because they want to please that romantic partner, but I think it's also costing them in their business because they're going back and forth trying to please the partner who doesn't have any graphic design background. They so this person is coming to me, okay, she wants it like this. And I'm like, does she have a background in graphic design? Because that's not going to work. And this person, he's been doing this for years, for decades. And I've never had to fuss with him like this before. And it took us, for this project, it should have taken me 2 minutes to finish. It took us 3 hours. So that's my takeaway. Keep business business, keep romance romance. If you've been in a long-term relationship like Stephanie and Michael, That's one thing. You guys aren't starting off as newlyweds. You're not going to be nitpicking and yeah, but you guys, you warm my heart every time you show up and every time you complete an assignment, and I'm so thankful that you're here. I'm so thankful that I can goober in front of you without feeling embarrassed.
Oh,
I actually joined because I loved April's cat.
oh
I
my
love
God.
her cat. Oh my God. I joined because I joined because of the cat.
I have something for sale that has her cat in it. Do you want to buy it?
Oh,
It's
Oh,
only
maybe.
$3,000.
Oh,
It has the cat inside though.
right.
I forgot
yeah.
to circle back.
Yeah, because I would just say that, I follow April on TikTok, and my God, when I watch the amount of videos she puts out, do you ever sleep? And I'm thinking, if she can teach me how to do that, I would be there. And that was my other reason for joining.
Yeah, to go back to Kathy's point, it so helps to speak the lingo. When you've hired somebody, if you can say, I need a book cover, instead of some other language that doesn't make sense to me. Dr. Carney, have you ever heard of a wafer?
What, a wafer?
A wafer.
A wafer for what?
When somebody says wafer to me, I think of a thin little cookie.
A wafer, yeah.
So my
It's
client last night was calling something a wafer, and I'm like, I don't see how this has to do with cookies. So yes, Kathy, great point. It helps to learn the lingo. It helps to know to explain what it is you want if you're hiring somebody to do the work for you. I appreciate you, Kathy. Thank you so much.
April, I got a question for you.
Yes.
And this got nothing to do with this lesson. Is what made you decided to teach us Canva instead of PowerPoint? PowerPoint is your strength, your talent, and that's the thing Joe pays you for. Joe doesn't want to mess with Canva. So why are you teaching us Canva?
Well, there's still a lot of things in PowerPoint that you can't do in Canva, but there's so much more you can do in Canva. And what I like about Canva, it's a lot more user-friendly, and you can have a free account. PowerPoint, you have to pay to have PowerPoint. There's free versions of PowerPoint that aren't PowerPoint. And then also another thing was, if you create something in PowerPoint and you forget where you saved it, you forget what you named it, you really can't find it. Anything you make in Canva stays in Canva, and it's not only stored in Canva, so it's not taking up storage on your computer. So you could also, anywhere in the world, you can log in from any computer in the world. You can log into your Canva account. Everything's right there. If you want your PowerPoint, you got to have it on your laptop, or you got to carry a storage card with you. And if you lose that, if you lose your laptop, your storage card gets damaged, then you might not. I mean, yeah, you can log in to Microsoft Online, but it just seems like the people that are learning from me are learning better with Canva than they are with PowerPoint. Because I don't see too many people, when I was teaching PowerPoint, I didn't see too many people implementing. I didn't see them really doing the lessons and all of that. It was confusing.
So I'm as curious as your cat.
Yeah.
That a lot of Joe's M4M people knows you because you are the PowerPoint, you know, Joe's right hand person on PowerPoint. Okay, when he has not enough time, he comes to you. So there's some kind of magic in the way he handles PowerPoint, and I've always been asking and never got the answer because of the timing and during the coaching sessions. He does something different with PowerPoint, and maybe you can explain to us at some point, or maybe even create a course on how to maximize the power of PowerPoint. Because he does something like banking, he knows where he find his stuff, because that's something that PowerPoint doesn't he knows exactly where to go to when he needs some information, and he does it like, because he knows his stuff, he knows all his slides, He created
Yeah.
most of his slides himself. And some of the magic that you do, like, that money tree and all that thing, I know there's advanced
Yeah.
stuff, but we are curious if we can do it. So could you create a course like that in the next one? I don't know.
Oh, in the next month, absolutely. She'll have it done tonight. Right. We'll do
I
that
could
for
just,
sure.
yeah, I could just repurpose my first 2 courses that I launched. Yeah. But yeah, that brain puzzle one, that one was really complicated. That's not a beginner PowerPoint lesson at all. The one with
Yeah,
the,
that open the brain thingy, yeah. Oh.
yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, that's like a 4-year into PowerPoint student lesson. That's very complicated. But yeah, I could, if that is something that generates interest, I would be more than happy to teach PowerPoint again. Yeah, because PowerPoint has a place, and PowerPoint does some really cool things that you can't yet do in Canva.
Maybe we'll let you off for the weekend, have a good rest. Then come back
Okay.
with day 6 or
Oh.
day 7, like
Right.
Joe does. Give us that extra bonus class, when you're ready, show us some really cool stuff on PowerPoint. Give us an ethical bribe to attend that lesson next week.
Yeah, I could be talked into doing that. Absolutely.
Yeah, thank you.
What else, April?
I'm going to share a picture of my cat.
Shaman, go to sleep. She's
All
gonna
right.
show a picture of the cat.
This is Eros. Eros, he's 5 years old. We rescued him. He was a feral kitten, abandoned by his mom, abandoned by the woman who took him in. His mom abandoned him. This woman took him in. She moved and left him behind, and her neighbor took him in to rehome him. And I adopted him from her. We've had him for, oh, whoops. Stop share. Yeah, we've had him for about 4 years now. And the first, I'd say maybe 1 or 2 years, he hid under the bed the whole time. And just this month, he started to eat his food downstairs because he practically lived in my mom's room upstairs, wouldn't leave. So just this month, he's starting to come when we call him. He's starting to sleep on my dad's bed. He's done that this week for the first time. He's got a lot of firsts this year. He's really starting to open up and feel safe around us. He just twice now, he hasn't run upstairs when somebody's come to the door. So it's exciting to see him be brave and confident and feel safe.
So we're ready for tomorrow.
Why did you name him or her Eros? It's a very
Eros,
beautiful name.
Eros is the Greek god of love, also known as Cupid, and my birthday is on Valentine's Day.
But he looks sore, SORE instead of EROS.
Yeah. Yeah,
Always have that very sad look.
he's a Siberian cat. So like a Siberian husky, that's the kind of cat he is. He's a Siberian cat. That's all I have for today, unless you guys want to talk more about my cat. But I know we probably could use a break before we go on our mastermind. Dr. Carney, do you have that link you could post in the chat for everyone?
There it is.
Okay. All right. So I say everybody who wants to hop on this one-time invitation to the mastermind with Dr. Carney and Amir. And I remembered there was something I was going to ask Amir. It was an Ulf question. How to bulk.
Yeah, you got all your
Yeah.
Canva folders
Mhm.
that you did that, how to reverse that, right?
Oh yeah, I was going to ask Amir a question. Then Ulf had a question that we wanted to run by Amir too.
About your problems with the computer.
Yeah, Ulf's
Renaming
question.
folders. No, I don't remember a question, but it was about your folders where you lost the names.
Yeah,
And-
that was my question.
Sure.
Your question I wanted to run by Amir was about bulk uploading content to social media
Ah, okay.
instead of
Yeah.
one at a
Right.
time,
Yeah.
like I do. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get that out of the way first, and that way we can all get on the mastermind and like I said, we'll get that taken care of. Any last questions for anybody that you have something you want to know more about tomorrow, potentially from April or myself that you might need some help with? And if not, that's okay.
Yeah, tomorrow we've got we're creating our certificate for when people are certified in our course. We're going over our bonus gift, and you guys have all received the bonus gift from me. That was that resources and links PDF document. I'll be turning that into a flip book when we're all done here. Let's see, what else are we doing? An email.
The website, I guess.
The website, yes, the website, and then we're turning all of the ingredients that we're creating into an email.
Yeah, the one other thing that I really got out of this class and that I would love to know more about, I love the fact that you delivered the content as a Google Doc. I would love to know more about how delivering when you do these presentations as a way to deliver as a Google Doc, because it simplifies it so much. It's there. So anyhow.
Okay.
I'll tell you, Kathy, it took me weeks to figure out how I was going to deliver things to people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's so simple.
Yeah.
Why did it take me so long?
Yeah. So
yeah.
Hi, April. Before we end, I couldn't find the button, Dr. Carney. I'm sorry, you were right. I was trying to speak and I couldn't find the button on my phone. So April, my feedback to you is that all that time that you invested in figuring out all these things and mastering them and sharing them with us was all that time that you saved us. And I really find great value in just learning where a new button is, or a new way to do things, or something I didn't even imagine I can do. And you're showing us how to do it. So I have, and I'm not even talking about all the content because I've had to, because of work, miss a few and I haven't had a chance to see the replays. So, but just 1 or 2 days, I'm learning something every day. And I really just want to thank you, because I really see great value in that for me, that the next time I go into Canva, there's several more things that I am capable of doing, plus the templates, just having those templates. Maybe I can't get to it right now, but I have them. And they really do create some wonderful pieces of art. So thank you very much. The way one session was worth what I paid.
Thank you. Thank you so
And Dr.
much.
Kani, Dr. Kani, for tomorrow, our last session, is it okay if you show us the interactive book? I'm curious to know how it looks like, because I think April just mentioned that she's going to show us or demonstrate to us how to make a flip book, right? And you have something called a multi-media book. That would be interesting for us, just to open up possibilities in our mind of what we can do with our marketing material.
I'll let April show you a flip book, and then I'll show you a interactive book, Joel's book. But I'll show you. You've seen it, but you need to look at the difference.
right.
There's so much work that went into that one. The flip book is easy. That's good. It works. But the interactive book is off the charts. It really is that good. And I
Thank
don't do
you.
all the work. I don't do all the work by any means, but I know how to do it and how it works. I mean, so yeah, I'll show you that tomorrow if you remind me.
Okay, cool.
Something to look forward to. Thank you.
Yeah, so we'll meet you on the mastermind, right, April?
Yes. Everybody got the link?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
see
I
you
can
guys in-
attend that. Thank you.
Thank you, Minda.
All
Yeah.
right. See everybody
I've got
else. then.
I've got that Q&A with Dan Picula coming up
Okay,
next.
gotcha.
Yep. Okie doke. I'll
All
see
right.
you guys in 15
Thank you
minutes.
very much. Very informative.
Got it.
Thank you.